Good evening, everyone. We are from Group 7. Today, we will presentation about an analysis of Dexys in Best Song Ever, lyrics by One Direction. So the background of the topic is language is a crucial tool in human connection. It not only conveys information but also serves as a vehicle for emotional expression. Among the many artistic forms through which language can be expressed, music stands out for its emotional depth and lyrical intimacy. Songs allow speakers to convey love, longing, joy, and love in poetic and written form. According to Union Imam 2020 and Sakaralio 2010, music has a potential to influence both mood and behavior, thereby playing powerful role in shaping listener emotional states. Lyrics, much like poetry, often encapsulate personal experience and emotion. They are shaped by linguistic choice and reflect the speaker context and perspective. This brings us into the realm of pragmatic, a field in linguistic concern with how meaning is constructed in context. One particularly important concept in pragmatics is dixis, which refers to context-dependent expression like I, you, here, and now. This expression rely on the speaker and listener shared context to be understood accurately. Brief explanation of the topic. Dixis function is a linguistic pointer, enabling connection that is embedded in context. In lyric, Dixis gives listener clue about the speaker identity, the address, and the time and space of the narrative. This research aims to analyze the exists within the song Best Song Ever by One Direction, identify how to function to shape narrative and emotion. The analysis specially investigates three types of dixit. The first is personal, temporal, and spatial dixit. So for the object of the research will be present by Rahmat.
Okay, thank you. Right. So in this part, I'm gonna explain the object and the goal of our research. What we look at in this lyric, the song, best song ever by One Direction. We didn't study the melody of the music, just the lyrics, the words of the song, and we had two main goals in this research. First is we wanted to find out what types of effort in the lyrics. The number two is we want to know which types show up the most, like which one is used more for the others. Now, does it make a clear what is Dexis? It's basically words like I, you, we, now. Tonight word the change meaning depend of the context. For example, when someone sing I love you, the word I could mean depends who and you saying it. And when he say tonight, depend it depends on when they saying or singing it. So yeah, this is all about context, and that's what makes it interesting to say. Now it's talk about our methodology. On its simple is terms the way we did of research. We see something called a qualitative method. That means within the width numbers of stars. Instead, we focus on observing and refining what we found out the types. So we went like the widespread to 20 times bottoms like why was the word used, or what does it tell us. This method of fits really well of lyrics because lyrics are full of meaning, emotion, and personal expression. All right, now I will you of the actual steps we followed in the research. Step one, we transport the song. That means we wrote down all the lyrics we found, see everything clearly. Step two, we look for the who the lyrics like I, you, me, she, my. These are person that exist. Now, night, past. Those are temporal that exist. Step three, we classify choose the exist words by type. So we put them into group. Person that exists referring to people. Temporal that exists referring to type. That's the mean. And if there be any that portray to piece to place, that will be virtual dexis. But for this song, we mostly focus on person the temporal dexis. This is like that for me, explains it about object and methodology, and the next explain is Annisa Salsabila. Can you choose
Once
the
again, thank you, Rahmat. My name is Annisa Salsabila, and I will explain about the research procedure. So, the researchers selected the lyrics as the primary data source, which we can find in every search engine that has internet connected with it. And the second part is each line that was examined by the researcher, then be identified uh, for the detic expression, such as personal, temporal, or spatial. While the third one is dixes that was already categorized into a person and temporal dixes, then be interpretation to be analyzed, whether the pattern was, to analyze the pattern, then to identify which is the dominant types and to understand how the support the song's narrative perspective. While the overview, eventually the researcher found that there are two types of dixis, such as personal dixis, which is the most frequently occurring type that appear in the lyrics, such as I, you, and we. While the second dixis is actually temporal. Sorry, the first one is personal and the second one is temporal. Well, temporal appeared very occasionally, such as now and night. While personal dixis was very dominant, spatial dixis was absently or extremely limited in this part. So I will only give two example for personal and temporal dixis. The first one sec, I need to move here. Okay. The first one is personal dixis. In this lyric, we can find that I, you, we, she, your, and my are included in the personal dixis. This pronouns establish relationship between the speaker and the other characters. For example, the lyrics that said, I said, can I take you home with me? I is the speaker, you the addressee, and me is also the speaker. So the frequent use of personal dixis suggests an intimate, emotional narrative told from first-person perspective, that reflecting a direct experience. While the second example is actually temporal dixis. In the lyrics, we can find the temporal dixis like now, then, past, night, and today. For the lyric, I took, and we danced all night to the best song ever, with night as the temporal dixis. That states the night indicates past event, while spatial dixis rarely observed in the lyrics. So spatial expression like here, there, or directional terms are minimal and implied. So the narrative more focus on people and time rather than location. Which the researcher also found that personal dixis dominates the majority of the lyrics. The prominence of I, you, and we reinforce the song's purpose, which is narrating a personal romantic encounter, while the subjective tone of the lyrics invites listeners into the narrator's emotional world. While the next part will be explained by Akbar.
Okay, thank you, Lisa, Annisa, for the opportunity. So here, comparison with other studies. Study was compared with two previous works. Nguyen in 2020, Analysis Dexis in My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. And Chitorus and Herman in 2019, Analyze Dexis in You Are the Reason by Callum Scott. All three studies focus on songs with strong emotional or romantic narrative. Each studies found that person dexis, E-I-U-N-E, was the most dominant type, reflecting the emotional and personal tone of the lyric. This finding demonstrates a consistent pattern of disease used across different emotional songs, regardless of artist or genre. Person disease is the frequently used in emotional songs to create a sense of closeness and directness, making it feel as if the singer is speaking personally to the listener. This linguistic choice enhance the emotional impact and help establish a more engaging, relatable connection. And next slide is key insight. Song that tell story or express personal feeling naturally rely on person exists. This allow the lyric to reflect the speaker's point of view and emotion fully. In this particular analysis, first person exists help the audience emotionally align with the singer experience, and then temporal axis support the narrative indicating when event occur, such as now, night, or past. And for the spatial axis, such as here or there, was not present in the lyric, which suggests that the song focused more on personal emotion and time rather than physical locations. These insights show that this is not only serve as a grammatical marker, but also function as a powerful narrative and emotional tools in songwriting. And next slide is conclusion. This study analyzed text in the lyric of Best Song Ever by One Direction. The following conclusion were drawn to type of texts were found is person texts such as I, you, we, and she. Temporal texts such as now, night, and past. Person texts was the most dominant type due to the first-person narrative style used throughout the song. Spatial texts was not found, likely because the lyric focused more on memorize and emotion rather than physical space. The studies confirm that song lyric can be meaningful source for analyzing how disease is used in everyday language and communication. And for final reflection, this analysis demonstrates that even in something as simple as pop song, disease plays a powerful role in conveying personal experience and building emotional bridge between speaker and the listener. And that's for my part, and I will get back to Pingkan.
Okay, that's all presentation our group. And thank you for listening, everyone. And good evening.